Hello there! Thank you for clicking on this video. I've had a couple of rough days, so I'm going to try and make this intro as quick as possible so we can just get to the games and see if we can rank up. So yeah, the last two videos, the decks didn't work out for me, so I wanted to try something that I knew would at least put up a fight. So went with, I took the Izzet Prof's Eidetic Memory deck, not the Cauldron VV deck, and put Euharis the Storm Spinner. I think the Spider-Man version is the Spider-Man 2099. Anyways, I put this creature in here, which I believe this creature has a lot of potential and is being quite underutilized. So it's a 2-mana, 2/3 Spider-Human hero, Izzet colors, and you can't cast Euharis the Storm Spinner during your first, second, or third turn to the game. It has double strike, vigilance, and at the beginning of your end step, if you've played a land or cast a spell this turn from anywhere other than your hand, Euharis deals damage equal to its power to any target. So in this deck, I'm kind of running a turn 4 20 damage combo between Euharis and Cunning Coyote. So on turn 2 or 3, you can plot the Cunning Coyote. It's 2 mana, 2/2 Coyote, and I keep saying Coyote, but it's a Coyote. And then it has haste, and when this creature enters, another target creature you control gets +1/+1 and gains haste until end of turn. So if you play Euharis on turn 4, because you can't play it before then, play this on turn 4, play Cunning Coyote, give Euharis +1/+1 and haste. Oh, also you need Wild Ride in your hand as well. So you play Wild Ride and give Euharis +3/+0. Now it is a 6/4. And then you attack in with the Cunning Coyote and Euharis. Euharis does 12 damage, Cunning Coyote does 2, so that's 14 damage. And then at the end of the turn, Euharis does another 6 damage to any target. You just go to the opponent's face, and that's a total of 20 damage. And that's the idea, but that is a 3-card combo, so the chances of you having all the combo pieces are kind of difficult, especially since I only put 2 copies of Wild Ride in here. But you also have Prof's Eidetic Memory to pump up Euharis, as well as Inti, who can give it +1/+1 counters. And that's the great thing about this deck, is even if you don't draw Euharis, the other parts of the deck should be good enough to keep you going. Now, this is an original build, but it mostly comes from, like I said, that Izzet Prof's Eidetic Memory aggro deck. And the reason why I went heavy on this deck was because when I first started testing out this creature, I went like really heavy onto the combo. And what I found was any time I didn't draw Euharis, the deck just folded. It didn't do anything. Anytime I drew Euharis, yeah, I would win, but I needed to find that balance where I could still win without Euharis. And this is where I ended up with. As for the sideboard, let's see here. I got 2 copies of Annul, 2 copies of Spell Pierce, and 1 copy of Negate for all your counter spells, 2 copies of Ghost Vacuum for Graveyard Hate, 1 Unable to Scream, 1 copy of Fire Magic, as well as 1 copy of Pyroclasm, as if you're going up against a deck that's maybe like a go wide deck, tokens or something like that. 2 Torture Towers and 2 Obliterating Bolts for targeted removal, and 1 Vengeful Possession if you're going up against a deck that plays a lot of big creatures, might come in handy. And that is the sideboard. And with that, that is the entire deck in a nutshell. So well, I guess I didn't really go over the other cards, but like I said, it's pretty much the Prof's Eidetic Memory deck with Modern Mako, Fear of Missing Out, Prof's Eidetic Memory, Steam Core Scholar, Winter Night Stories, Teresa Light Shatter, and Quantum Riddler. Also forgot to go over Glacial Dragon Hunt. This is, I'm using this instead of some other removal because it has Harmonize, and Harmonize you can cast it from the graveyard, and that synergizes with Euharis as well as Prof's Eidetic Memory because you draw a card. And you gotta remember, you have to discard a non-land card to do the 3 damage. And yeah, and that's the deck. That's the deck in a nutshell. So without any further ado, let's just get to the games and see if we can damage our way to the top of the ladder. Here we go. All right, playing an Izzet deck from the future. Getting some coffee. All right, on the play. Good way to start when you're playing an aggressive deck. Land or a hand full of lands is not exactly how you want to start. But we can always go turn 2 Quantum Riddler. Alright, I'll keep this. It's not the best hand, but we have 22 lands in our deck, so there's a better chance of missing lands than you are of hitting lands. So maybe it's a good thing having a lot of lands in the opening hand. We shall see. Turn 1 Land of War Elves into land. It's not good. Now, I don't want to discard Quantum Riddler. But if I use Glacial Dragon Hunt and I only draw land, I'm kind of screwed. So I'll give the opponent one turn with the Land of War Elves. And yep, there it is, land. Alright, so we are flooding. Esper Origins. Okay. I'm trying to think what deck we could be up against here. Alright. I have to draw a spell. That is not a spell. We don't need to discard a card here, but I'm going to anyway. Just to pump up the Mako. I'm pretty sure we're going up against the I forget the name of the creature, the Jackal Spider-Man on the Spider-Man set. I forget what it's called on Arena, but the guy that doubles. Oh no, we are up against a combo deck. All right. Steam for Scholar. To a lot of lands. We'll go ahead and discard 2 lands. We can actually play one of the lands. Just attack in and hope the opponent doesn't have the combo yet. With this, the Future Spider, or Harris, the Storm Spinner. We could do a one-shot kill with it if we had the cards. We do not right now. All we have is the lands. Railway Brawler into Esper Origins. Okay. I need to come up with something here. I don't know. Get rid of Inti. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of this now. Did not draw what I needed. I'm just gonna concede now. Go on to the next game. Hopefully we have something more than just lands. I guess unable to scream. Fire magic. Obliterating bolt. Negate. Spell Pierce might be nice. I mean, they're mostly creatures. The Esper Origin is not a creature though. All right, so and Vengeful Possession. The hard part is, what do I get rid of? Do I need negate? Maybe I don't need negate. Maybe the Spell Pierces is enough. Hold on. One of these. Go down one of the Winter Night stories. I don't know. Something like that. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to be a little bit more into my combo since I'll be on the play again, but I'll keep this. Okay. Do I keep up with Spell Pierce? I think I go for Proph's Eidetic Memory here. We can Spell Pierce Esper Origins when they replay from the graveyard. So here we'll get rid of the mountain. Then end the turn, hold up Spell Pierce. Not that I don't think I need Spell Pierce this turn. Sure, we can Obliterating Bolt it next turn. Yep. Hold up Spell Pierce. I don't think I need more land. End the turn. Okay, resolves as my turn. Five mana to do 3 damage to each creature. All right. So red. Pass the turn. Okay. While they're tapped out, I guess I'll do this. No, it's 6 mana. Ooh, I screwed up. Why did I think it was 5 mana? Because it says 5. Alright. I'm a dum-dum. Alright, in that case, I should have just Spell Pierced the thing. Wow, that was really bad. Oh, now I don't know what to do. I'm 1 mana short of doing what I thought I could do, and that's kind of what I had planned around, but now that I can't do that... Alright, well... Oh, Vengeful Possession is nice. What all do I have in here? Sorcery, land... Throw an instant in there. Okay, so I could do Shaman Creature and an instant. Back in with If You're Missing Out. This into a 4/4. No attacks. And the turn? Yep. So I can, if they try to get the Esper Origins from the graveyard, I can Spell Pierce it. They can pay for it. It'll greatly reduce everything. Ooh, we can steal. We can steal the Railway Brawler. Yeah, they can pay for it. I know. But I have no way of triggering the Storm Spinner. You're many turns too late, my friend. If I had plotted you last turn, see, I have exactly 6 mana now. Man, everything's just so too late. I don't know. Play everything out. I guess if I put it on here, 6. Oh, I'm an idiot. Alright. Well. I should have put it on my Steam Core Scholar. I had lethal. I'm an idiot. Did I? No, I did put it on my Steam Core Scholar. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't have reach. Okay, yeah, I do have lethal. Yeah, had some really long days. For some reason, my internet didn't work yesterday, and I was really worried I wasn't going to be able to record any games. And it just magically fixed itself this morning, so all good. Either way, I have lethal. There's no way for them to block the Steam Core Scholar, and it'll trigger the Prof's eidetic memory one more time, and I'll put up one more counter on the Scholar, and that's just enough damage. And I'm okay with that. And then, boom. One attack. All right. Wow. Just barely got a win off of that. I guess we keep this hand. Do we keep Fire Magic? Maybe it's not Fire Magic. Oh, just the one of. I'll keep it. I'll keep the same hand. Same configuration, not hand, but I don't know. Maybe I'll get the combo off this time. Opponent is taking a really long time sideboarding. Pretty sure there's not much time left on the timer. Hopefully it's not another case of opponent is no longer there. All right. The fact that opponent has not chosen whether to go first or not, like in a fairly decent amount of time, I'm going to assume they are not there. They won one game, so I don't understand. Well, you never know. Maybe, you know, their dog just threw up all over their foot and now they're busy cleaning or something. Maybe their computer blew up. So there's been times where my internet just dropped and I couldn't get back on into the game. There's been times where you know, there was a family emergency and I had to leave and I didn't have time to exit the game. Also, something I didn't know until recently, and so this might be the case for a lot of you out there. If you're playing best of 3 and something comes up and you have to leave, and during your sideboarding, you can just hit the escape button. This only works if you're playing on the computer. If you're playing, you know, on mobile, this I don't know if there's a way to do this, but at the sideboarding screen, all you do is push escape, and it'll bring up the menu, and you can just hit the concede button there. Oh, there you go. Opponent's back. So maybe it was an emergency. I'll keep this. Fire Magic could kill a turn 1 Llanowar Elves. Got Obliterating Bolt as well. I'll keep that. Yeah. Just gonna flop this. I will do that. Pass a turn. Any 1 toughness creatures can be removed with Fire Magic. Okay, go with the Trailblazer. Three mana for Fire Magic. Let's see if they have... if they play any more Trailblazers. Okay, I can't kill that, but I could do this. Night stories. I need lands. Okay. See if they tap out. Well, they don't. They still have 2 mana left. Well, this could be lethal. Alright. Yeah, that's lethal. Alright, I was a bit on the edge of my seat on that one. Wasn't sure if I was gonna get it, but glad I got there. On the draw, can't keep a no-lander. I can keep a 2-lander. Got the combo, turn 4 win. Or remove. But keep the turn 1 play or keep the removal. I think it's like this. Might not be right, but... Oh, I hope it's not the same deck. Green. Could be mono green Stompy. Seems like mono green Stompy. Seems like mono green ramp. Alright. Just gonna do that and then plot this guy. I do need a 3rd land though. More Land of War Elves. And removal. Oh, they're splashing red. This could be the, Jesus. What's it called? This could be the random encounter deck. Who's going to end the turn there? I need a 3rd land. If I can get an untapped 3rd red mana. Important. It has to be red. Or at least tap for red. If opponent taps out, we win. Yes! We did it. We didn't do it. Freaking dude stayed there. Okay. Well, doing this. We're doing this. And they're probably gonna block. Oh, they definitely blocked wrong, but that's fine by me. Yeah, a lot of people aren't aware of how this creature works, so I think they underestimate how much damage is coming through. Against that, I guess... This is not an artifact, right? It's just colorless. I'm assuming it's random encounter. In which case, do we want like Spell Pierce and Negates? But if it's all creatures, it doesn't really do a lot of good. Vengeful Possession might be good. Ghost Vacuum? I don't think so. Obliterating Bolt. Obliterating Bolt. Magic. Alright, we'll bring in the... Maybe Unable to Scream might come in handy. Let's see. Go down on this. Go down Glacial. Go down on Profs. And we'll go down on one of the Cunning Coyotes. I don't know, something like that. Just kind of cut down on some of the creatures and bring in counter spells to counter their big spells. Okay, that's bad. That's better. Okay. Opponent plays tap land. Good Glacial Dragon Hunt. Ooh, they have an instant speed spell. We get rid of Wild Ride. And protection spell, I assume. Nope. Okay. So, what the... Okay. Alright. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. Alright. I think that last game, maybe the opponent just wasn't drawing lands or something. I don't know. Maybe they kept a 2-lander and just kept drawing their big spells. Not exactly the best type of match to showcase what this deck can do, but like I always say, I'll take whatever wins I get. Because I really need to rank up. Well, I don't need to, but I would like to. Coffee, coffee, coffee. On the draw? Probably. Yep. With... Is this a keepable hand on turn? Or keepable opening hand? Yeah, I'll keep this. Man, I'm seeing a lot of green today. Let's start off turn 2, Prof's Eidetic Memory. See if we can pump up some of our creatures. Hopefully we draw a 3rd land soon. Alright, so this is Gruul. Gruul aggro. Unfortunately, no land. I wonder if we should have gone for the Quantum Riddler instead. I don't know. Aha! Land. Alright. I think we're going to get rid of one of the Quantum Riddlers. Or Heart Chant. Challenger. I kind of wonder if this is a... That's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna block it. They probably have like a pump spell, right? It seems like a pretty... Alright, they just have to torch. Alright, but it's still blocked. We have the combo, sort of. I don't know if I can survive long enough. Jump blocker. Into plotting this dude. Okay. I don't think that's lethal. And if they attack all in, I believe I have lethal. Six, 10. Oh, that's lethal. Never mind. Yeah. Alright. You got me. Alright, alright, alright. But I think... Just do this. Torch the tower. A couple torch the towers. And then, want to go down on eidetic memory a little bit. I don't think we're gonna have time for like a lot of card draw. It's like removal and creatures. Okay, on the play with... Ugh. I don't know, we'll keep it. All right, a lot of I'm just gonna do this. A lot of lands, seems like. Just let shot show off. Is Inti better? I think it's better to keep Inti. Pass a turn. See if we can hold off on Cunning Coyote. Spoon Nemesis. All right. I think do we want to keep Fire Magic? I think so. Discard Wild Ride. We want... Okay, yep, that's what we want. So, 3 to the face. That's fine. Okay. This is perfect fire magic moment. And 1 damage to each creature. Next, we'll attack. And put it right there. Just pump up one of the creatures. Oh, Torch the Tower doesn't really do much. Yeah, end the turn. Another Hellkite. Okay. They're attacking in. They are not. All right. We play Fear of Missing Out. It's 3. So I needed 1 untapped mana. Which did not happen. The draw on a Vengeful Possession. Obliterating Bolt. I'll just keep 1 Prophesied Memory in. Take Terrestrial Light Shatter out. Go down on 1 of the Cunning Coyote. All right, let's try something like that. All right. I don't expect to win on the draw here, but you never know. Opponent could have a really bad hand, and we could have the perfect hand. I don't think we showed them our spider yet, so it's a lot of removal. I think we keep this. Starting down, pass the turn. So let's see if they went a little bit heavier on the creature side with Torch the being on the play. And yeah, we're gonna remove as many creatures as we can. Okay, so I guess they didn't have a whole lot of creatures. Wasn't expecting wasn't expecting such an easy win for game 3. Anyways, let me check how long these games are. Maybe I'll play another one. All right, playing one more game. If it's a pretty quick game, then it'll be included in the video. So if you're watching this, it was a quick game, maybe. If it's not, maybe I'll cut one of these shorter ones and put this in there. We will see. On the draw, with a keepable hand, I think. Seems like we might be up against a mirror match. If they remove the Mako, I might just plot the Cunning Coyote next turn. Seems like they're going to remove the Mako. Yep. So I think we're against a VV deck. We do have a way to give Harris. Oh, great. What's the word? Haste. Scolding Viper is gonna hurt. I need to put a blocker in. Yeah, I'll go with red intercept. So this is basically mono red. Aggro, I have a tough time with this deck. I will probably have a tough time with this deck. Alright. What do they have for 2 mana? Which stuck a frenzy. Well, I should not have attacked in with the Cunning Coyote, apparently. Against this deck, yeah, it's going to be all the removals. Vengeful Possession, does that really do anything? Not really. Process Eidetic Memory, maybe just go down to 1. Not too many of these. Alright, go down to maybe 2 Winter Night Stories. Yeah, alright. Let's try this. Alright, on the play with a not very keepable hand. Don't do anything till turn 4. This is better. Just set this up for blue for next turn. Not necessarily next turn, but what I'm saying is just get the tap line out of the way. Just gotta remove these creatures. Fear of missing out. Discarding island. I'm just throwing this out there. I don't think I'm getting out of this anytime soon. Unless the opponent had really bad draws, but I'm not blocking that. I'm trying to figure out which one to remove. How much removal do they have? Looking at Fear of Missing Out. Interesting. And then they remove the Euharis, maybe? Okay. Alright. I need something other than land. Come on, deck. Jesus Christ. Alright. Alright, 1 dime. Fire magic. Unable to scream. Okay. Now, can I do anything next turn, please? Jesus. Kidding me. Right, deck is not working with me with this game, so it's unfortunate. But pretty sure this is a loss. Opponent's drawn a lot of lands as well. It's kind of afraid of that one. Do they have lethal? They might have lethal. Okay, well, the game hated us on that last game, so yeah, sometimes that happens. Alright, so that concludes the gameplay portion of this video. Overall, I thought this deck did really well. The matchups were kind of weird in the sense of I did go up against opponents who decided to concede rather quickly on game 2. With that being said, I think this deck definitely needs some more improvements, but this is a good starting point. I think Euharis, or Spider-Man 2099, is a phenomenal creature, and there is something here. Now, I don't know if this is the exact build that you want to go with, but it's not a bad shell to start with. The whole Izzet Prophetic Memory deck is putting up a lot of wins. I don't know if just replacing, you know, Vivi with Euharis is going to work. You kind of need to build around Euharis, but you also don't want a deck that doesn't work unless you draw Euharis. Cunning Coyote, I'm not 100% sure on this card. It is an awesome combo piece with Euharis, but if you don't have the spider, then Cunning Coyote is kind of almost a vanilla 2/2 for 2 with haste. So I guess not vanilla, but pretty close. I think the warp mechanic is also a great way to work with Euharis, except I don't know if Quantum Riddler is it, because you need to be able to play it from exile. So you want a cheap warp cost, as well as a creature or spell that's not too expensive so that you can still trigger Euharis. Same with plot. Maybe I need more plotted creatures in here. Anyways, with all that being said, that's all I have for this deck. So if you stuck around this long, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. And I hope to see you in the next video. So until then, have fun playing Magic, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.